Good lord. I don't know why Mark's still awake. You need to go to bed, baby. He's just obsessed with this YouTuber that does like, it's Mario stuff, but like they do it like with puppets or whatever. But like it is so hilarious and stupid that he loves it. And, like I don't know, I don't know how to explain it.
Stupid locked doors.
Basically, yeah.
Too many people dying for want of simple herbs. My apologies. Can I help you?
You want so many elf roots.
There are
Probably have
refugees
enough
at
to
the
give it to her,
crossroads who
but
would benefit from a healer.
Of course they would. These attacks by the Templars have endangered countless innocent lives. But if I go to the crossroads to help, I might end up in danger myself. I doubt those refugees would risk their lives for a knife here. Why should I risk mine for them?
The Inquisition welcomes anyone willing to help, human, elf, or otherwise. If you help those refugees, we'll ensure that you're taken care of.
All right. If the Inquisition soldiers are there, I might be safer regardless. I'll see you at the
there's
crossroads
a lot of
soon.
Inquisition
Just
there.
give me a moment
no
to gather my
worries.
things.
Lots.
I think that's. Are you sure that? Oh, it is Deft Hand. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
Shows it on the map. Yeah.
Grandmother, I think we should go. Go. In the middle
Plop.
of the war. We do not flee refuge from the devil.
Did you know what people say about what Mr. Woolsey is?
Mr. Woolsey?
Yeah, you know the goat, right?
Time in all these years, I fear I will not be visiting your
Oh.
ashes. What world is this? That demons and brigands stop a man from taking flowers to his wife's shrine.
I'm just saying, where
What if I
his
took
wife's
flowers
shrine
to your wife's
is a
shrine
really
for you?
dangerous area.
I do not know what to say.
Their own
Except-
damn fault.
Thank you. I never expected anyone not of the blood to care. My Senna would be grateful. Her shrine lies on a hill to the west, near the tablstones. Thank you.
Stay
Anyway,
safe.
if you go back up to where
Walk
you
in
were,
peace.
there is a little
I'll ask
farm,
around again tomorrow.
Well,
and it's basically a guy that's asking for you to find one of his goats.
Even before the sky fell open, this was a land of
Not that
spirits
way,
and
it's
demons.
back up.
Magic grows
Well, there's an
wild in the hills
exclamation
of
point.
Redcliffe.
Yeah, I
Tell me
know it.
about
I
your
know
people.
it's kind of a
They
hidden
say
kind of
a
side
spirit
quest.
dwells in a small lake south of the highway. The girls of the village bring it daisies and ask for love, but rarely does it listen. For 'tis a spirit of valor, not love, and it favors blood lotus flowers.
Wait, this lake down here?
No. Go up. Oh, no. The lake that she's talking about the blood lotus flower, is where you'll find Blacklaw.
Oh.
It's at that lake where Blacklaw is. Oh, there's the farm up there. Yeah. No. You're going the right way, I believe.
Oh, I wanna go in
What's
here.
that? Alright.
I wanna sell some stuff.
I never bothered going in there. I always forgot those things exist.
I forgot to give all that shit to her. I only need one of these, really. What?
Ah!
That scared me. Damn it.
Jesus! Why is that a thing? Fuck.
Oh my god. Oh, she can use this now.
Oh, good grief. Alright, Dirk. Oh, the army Dirk is a dagger.
Oop.
Rip.
I've got to go hunt that down.
Right.
Alright, farm up here?
Yeah, to your top right. Yeah,
Thank you.
that way. I think it's that guy. Oh, it's not letting you talk to him. Oh wait, do you have to read a sign, I think? Like, kind of like how the bowl was, or whatever it is. Because Mr. Woolsey isn't in there. It's kind of weird.
Hmm.
I wonder if it's whenever you find, like, you go to the area where Mr. Woolsey is. Anyway, so Mr. Woolsey is just a really pretty ram, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And supposedly, like, I think people have speculated that the ram is has a godly spirit inside of it,
Ooh.
like an actual spirit inside of it, and that's why it's special. And it actually, you know, seems like it knows what it's doing. Hearing him crack up over stupid stuff is just so funny.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition.
I love just seeing her confusion on her face.
First Enchanter Vivienne?
My dear
Goodness,
Fiona,
like, what
it's
the
been
hell?
so long since we last spoke. You look dreadful. Are you sleeping well?
What has brought you to Redcliffe?
Is this some sort of test? We're here because you invited us in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
Well, that's very strange, because someone who looked exactly like you spoke to me in Val Royeaux.
Exactly like me? I suppose it could be magic at work, but why would anyone... Whoever or whatever brought you here? The situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
Fiona, dear, your dementia is showing.
An alliance with Tevinter?
I always love
Do you
that.
not fear all of Thedas turning against you?
As one indentured to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
The Divine's corpse is barely cold, and you've already joined the Imperium?
Most of Thedas blames us for the Divine's death. The Templar attacks grew worse, and we mages had no allies. Either my people made a last stand here in Redcliffe, or we took the only offer of help extended to us. I had to save them. I had no other choice.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you, a survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
You're interesting.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our Southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
Protector, quote, end quote.
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
Oh, let's talk about time.
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Al Tegan did not abandon his lands during the Blight, even when they were under siege.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
You're quite a long way from Tevinter, Alexius.
Indeed I am, though I have heard you are no Ferelden either. It seems we are both strangers here. Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I am not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
Well, when you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be. Felix.
My lord, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
Yes, read your secret note out loud.
Wow, very secrety.
We'll be careful, but we need to figure out what's going on here.
I don't have time to talk to you, peasant. Well, you don't like it. You want me to stop. You don't want me to pull on your ears a little and be playful. No. You say stop it.
Is she better than she was before?
She's still just kind of laying around, but she's seeming a bit better. I don't know what she's doing. Like, when I get up and walk around, she's energetic enough to, like, follow me with gusto, but, like, when I'm sitting down in my chair, she does not want to leave.
Well, I mean, do you think maybe she's part ragdoll?
Did you hear the news?
Maybe.
Just
Make us
rumors.
feed you, my child.
Or like, just on you or around you, she's just
Good day to you, my
Yeah.
child.
sloppy.
No, I don't want to talk to you.
Make us feed you, my child.
maker.
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
Sure.
Go on the yellow thing. Do it. Ah.
Oh, I thought this thing was slow.
There's ones that are, they, see how this one looks like it's going up? The slowing ones go down. Like that green one out, down over there, it goes down.
Oh.
And this one goes up, that's it. That just sped it up like tenfold.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly?
Just point at
You
it.
don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom.
I mean, that's how magic works, right?
Who are you?
Getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Another Tevinter. Be cautious with this one.
You shut
Suspicious
up.
friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
Are you a magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
Wow.
You're betraying your mentor because...
Alexius was my mentor. Meaning he's not any longer, not for some time. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the Mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
I hope that's less dangerous than it sounds.
More.
Manipulating time itself? Many have attempted over the ages, but never once succeeded.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
You're asking me to take a lot on faith.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rooms. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
All this for me. And here I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those. You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Loot! Yes, demon parts. I wish there was like an upgrade to that to make it go further, or like reduce the cooldown.
Did you ever find any information about a sister basically being a spy
Who,
for someone? Well, she's in this city, and if you find the right information, she can become your agent because you blackmailed her. I don't know if you found that information yet, but she's to your right.
Perhaps we are better
You go
off
down that
pursuing the Templars instead.
Just pick one.
Yeah,
because both
that chick.
I am Sister Tanner. May I help you?
Are you a Chantry sister?
A lay sister only. I work here to help the poor and extend the Maker's kindness to those who need it. It is very busy work, especially in these times, but let me know if I can ever help you.
I don't
No,
think
you
I
didn't
can.
find information. But it's basically, there's these two warriors that are fighting, and you find a paper just basically telling her that she was selling some goods for some other people, basically smuggling. And she completely does like a what do you call it, a 180? Like, she's all gentle speaking, and then you're like, bitch, I have this information. She's like, well, what do you want?
Right.
Don't mind if I do. I just need your help. Do you hear Mark? Mark? He's so embarrassing sometimes.
Let's go get Dorian! Is there anything in my chest?
So we have Tevinter activity in the hinterlands and the Templars.
There's never anything in this stupid chest.
It says specials something. It's weird that it just disappeared though.
Report on the Seeker Fortress was excellent.
That's the chest that items spawn in periodically random chance if you participate in the extra trials.
Oh. See, I
Like-
never even really knew about the trials.
The one I
Maybe.
always do is the one that makes the enemies always scale up to my level at least.
You always like to make her in trouble with Oscar, huh? You always like them fighting.
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all.
Oscar's okay.
I
with
will
it,
inform
apparently.
you if that changes.
Oh, you like playing with Mocha. Oh, yeah. Who doesn't like playing with Mocha? Weirdos.
Let us begin.
We're not gonna sleep with them tonight, are we? We're gonna let them stay out here?
Either way.
I would prefer, since you and her took over the entire bed last night, I would really like not having her in the bed.
Let's see what we have.
Like, I woke up, and then, like, I have, like, 20% of the bed, while him and Mocha are just completely sprawled out. And I'm like, really? Like, what are we doing? Like, Mocha's, like, sideways, you know, so she takes up a lot of space.
We don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of a Magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
Isn't that kind of him? What does Alexius say about me?
He's so complimentary that we are certain he wants to kill you. Not this again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there, you'll die. And we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts.
Oh, is that all I am to you?
And if we don't
I see
even
it.
try to meet Alexius, we lose the mages and leave a hostile foreign power on our doorstep. Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
The
Yeah,
Magister...
Orlesian.
Has outplayed us.
The Magister's son, Felix, told me Alexius is in a cult that's obsessed with me. I doubt they'll graciously receive our apologies and go about their business.
They will remain a threat, and a powerful one, unless we act.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
Other than the main gate, there's gotta be another way into the castle. A sewer, a watercourse, something.
There's nothing I know of that would work.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for the family. It's
I
too
used
narrow
it in the
for our
first
troops,
game.
but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
Focus their attention on Trevelyan, while we take out the Tevinces. It's risky, but it could work.
Oh, now I'm a
Fortunately,
decoy. Got
we'll
it.
have help. This man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
Your spies will never get past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along. The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this. We can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
Confirm.
Oh, we're doing this.
We are doing this. I am not gonna go running to the Templars as a mage. Oh, Vivian has my damn other staff. Fuck.
I think he's got a halfway decent one on default. I think.
She's giving me the most tired, leave me alone look right now.
Aww.
Okay, I'll let you sleep. Even though you've been sleeping on my chest for like 7 hours already. Good lord.
The Magister's invitation was for Master Trevelyan alone. The others must wait here.
They
like the
have
last
to
one.
accompany me. You wouldn't deprive me of my attachés, would you?
My very well armed attachés.
My Lord Magister, the agents of the Inquisition have arrived.
My friend, it's so good to see you again. And your associates, of course. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all parties.
Are we mages to have no voice in deciding our fate?
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
Of course she trusts you, Alexius. I'm sure lots of people put their lives in your hands. You have one of those faces.
Yes, the Magisterium tells me that so often. Shall we begin our talks?
You have one of those
The
faces.
Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
Should I just, like, cut to it?
It is pretty funny doing it.
Talking about time magic.
Mm-hmm.
I'd much rather discuss your time magic.
I'm afraid I have no idea what you mean.
He knows everything, Father.
Felix, what have you done?
We made sure to disarm your trap before we came in. I hope you don't mind.
I've yet to see your cleverness, I'm afraid. You walk into my stronghold with your stolen mark, a gift you don't even understand, and think you're in control. You're nothing but a mistake.
If I'm a mistake, what exactly was the breach supposed to accomplish?
It was to be a triumphant moment for the Elder One. For this world.
Father, listen to yourself. Do you know what you sound like?
He sounds exactly like the sort of villainous cliché everyone expects us to be.
Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down. The Elder One has power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ashes.
Blah, blah, my cult is better than yours. I've heard it 1,000 times.
Well, you know, it's a chance for the Imperium to really one-up that whole starting the Blight thing.
He will make the world bow to mages once more. We will rule from the Boric Ocean to the frozen seas.
You can't involve my people in this.
Alexius, this is exactly what you and I talked about never wanting to happen. Why would you support this?
Stop it,
When?
Father. Give up the Venatori. Let the Southern Mages fight the breach, and let's go home.
No, it's the only way, Felix. He can save you.
Save me?
There is a way. The Elder One promised, if I undo the mistake at the temple.
I'm going to die. You need to accept that.
Seize them, Venatori. The Elder One demands this man's life.
Right. About that.
Your men are dead, Alexius.
You are a mistake. You should never have existed.
Damn it, Dorian.
Well, I get to spend some quality time with him.
This is true.
Blood of the Elder One. Where'd they come from?
Another blighter falls! Displacement. Interesting. It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must have moved us to what? The closest confluence of arcane energy?
The last thing I remember, we were in the castle hall.
Let's see. If we're still in the castle, it isn't. Oh, of course, it's not simply where, it's when. Alexius used the amulet as a focus. It moved us through time.
That doesn't sound good.
It sounds terrible. Depending on when we are and what happened while we were away. Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can.
What was Alexius trying to do?
I believe his original plan was to remove you from time completely. If that happened, you would never have been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes or mangled his Elder One's plan. I think your surprise in the castle hall made him reckless. He tossed us into the rift before he was ready. I countered it. The magic went wild, and here we are. Make sense?
It just seems so insane.
I don't even want to think about what this will do to the fabric of the world. We didn't travel through time so much as punch a hole through it and toss it into the privy. But don't worry. I'm here. I'll protect you.
No.
There were others in the hall. Could they have been drawn through the rift?
I doubt it was large enough to bring the whole room through. Alexius wouldn't risk catching himself or Felix in it. They're probably still where and when we left them. In some sense, anyway.
Alexius mentioned an Elder One in the hall. Do you know who he was talking about?
Leader of the Venatori, I suspect. Some magister aspiring to godhood. It's the same old tune. Let's play with magic we don't understand. It will make us incredibly powerful. Evidently, it doesn't matter if you rip apart the fabric of time in the process.
You have a plan to get us back, I hope.
I have some thoughts on that. They're lovely thoughts. Like little jewels.
Alright, love you.
Like little jewels. Alright, I need you to do this. You are my support mage now.
Alexius has made a dreadful mess of this place, hasn't he?
I didn't see this part of the castle.
It was covered in the tackiest carvings of wolves and dogs I'd ever seen. This is not an improvement.
Right.
Red Lyrium is never an improvement.
You should have seen what it done in the second game. Varric was not exaggerating.
Honestly, I never ever think he does. Cause, oh.
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me. My tears are my sins, my sins, my sins. Andraste guide me, Andraste guide me.
Oof. Mocha just snuggled up to me and then just flopped on my feet. Goodness gracious, woman. You want to be warm, Daddy? Huh? You want to be warm? I got you. I'll keep you warm, my dear.
My God.
Wow, Tucky.
I did not think that was a thing that could happen.
It definitely is. Oh, God.
Take that, you filth!
Take that, you filth! Yeah, you just have to go to these ones first. The side rooms.
Hello.
Hello, hello. It always makes me sad to see my bull baby in these chambers, because I always bring him with me. And just seeing him consumed in red lyrium just makes me so sad.
The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next. For she who trusts in the Maker, fire is her water.
She was to your left, Tick, when you were looting. It's right there on your left. There you go.
You've returned to us. Can it be? Has Andraste given us another chance? Maker, forgive me. I failed you. I failed everyone. The end must truly be upon us if the dead return to life.
I'm not back from the dead, Cassandra. I just got... Well, this is hard to explain.
I was there. The Magister obliterated you with a gesture.
Alexius sent us forward in time. If we find him, we may be able to return to the present.
Go back in time. Then, can you make it so that none of this ever took place?
If Dorian is right and can actually reverse the spell, then yes.
Alexius's master. After you died, we could not stop the Elder One from rising. Empress Celine was murdered. The army that swept in afterwards, it was a horde of demons. Nothing stopped them. Nothing.
Well, there's a list of things I hope never to see.
Even if we fail to stop it all now, we must try.
And suddenly she's got her weapons? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And her outfit. Just glowy all red stuff.
What? Oh wait, where were those? No. Where were those? Well, we waited. No. Where were those? Ah! Remember, stupid. I can't take that. No. You can't be here. You're dead and they don't come back.
Oh, I shouldn't, but I really want to.
I don't think it's a good idea.
I'm not dead, Sarah. There's nothing to be afraid of.
I can believe some demon or whatever.
Oh, for the love of... No one's dead. Alexius used time magic.
Talk sense or shut it. I can't think about him.
Look, we're going to end this and get you out of here. Does that help?
A bit. Sort of. Something should. The day you died, I ran out of arrows making them pay. Then it didn't matter anymore. You got demons, gods, and I've got a bow. Just... I want them to hurt. If you're really here, I'll freaking die to spit in their faces.
Alexius locked himself in the throne room. That is where we'll find him.
Poor Sarah.
She's like Iron Bull in the aspect of they don't like magic and they don't like ghostly things. So things coming back from the dead does not settle well with them.
Right.
You're alive. I saw you disappear into the rift.
I don't understand. What's happened to you?
Red Miriam. It's a disease. The longer you're near it, eventually you become this. Then they mine your corpse for more.
Can you tell us the date? It's very important.
Harvest Mir. 942 Dragon.
942? Then we've missed an entire year.
I must have missed out on a lot during that year.
You must beware. Alexius serves the Elder One more
It's crazy how that
than
just
the
1 year
Maker.
makes that big of a difference.
No one
Right.
challenges him and lives.
I've never fought a god before. This should be memorable.
Our only hope is to find the amulet that Alexius used to send us here. If it still exists, I can use it to reopen the rift at the exact spot we left. Maybe.
Good.
I said, maybe. It might also turn us into paste.
You must try. Your spy master, Leliana. She is here. Find her. Quickly. Before the Elder One learns you're here.
Is an infection. Maker, why is it coming out of the wall?
Are you sure you want to find out?
Wait. Oh, that was your character saying that. Okay, now.
Let's not stop till these bastards are lying in their own innards.
Just like old times.
Their own innards.
Might be stuff we can use around here.
I wonder what a bride's blood vial is for.
It's just a cell. In lore terms, I believe it's whenever someone, you know, a couple gets engaged, they carry each other's blood vials as a show of love or whatever. It's kind of like like Templars and stuff. Like if they get married, they hold each other's lyrium or something like that. Whatever it is.
Their phylactery?
Yeah, that thingy.
Maker. The Elder One has taken all that is his and will soon rule from his city.
Wow, that chair looks horrible.
At the Maker's side.
That what?
Oh, it was that chair. Look at the chair.
That chair?
It looks. Yeah, that chair looks horribly painful.
Oof.
How did Trevelyan know of the sacrifice at the temple? Answer!
You will break. I will die first. Or you will. You're alive.
They fucked her up.
Well, that was impressive.
Anger is stronger than any pain. Do you have weapons? Good. The Magister's probably in his chambers.
You aren't curious how we got here?
No.
Alexius sent us into the future. This, his victory, his Elder One, it was never meant to be.
I'm so sorry for everything you suffered.
We have to reverse his spell. If we can get back to our present time, we can prevent this future from ever happening.
And mages always wonder why people fear them. No one should have this power.
It's dangerous and unpredictable. Before the breach, nothing we did.
Enough. This is all pretend to you. Some future you hope will never exist. I suffered. The whole world suffered. It was real.
At least I apologize.
What happened while we were away?
Stop talking.
I'm just asking for information.
No, you're talking to fill silence. Nothing happened that you want to hear.
We need to find Alexius. I'm sure he'll be in the nicer part of the castle, if there is one.
Yeah, that one's slow.
You'd think he'd notice me closing rifts in his castle.
Ow! God, woman.